Okay, I'm kind of here. Sort of, maybe, possibly, hopefully. We'll try. My timing is off today because well, let's put it this way. My oven yelled at me to take things out of it just at the same time that I was supposed to be starting the stream. So I'm going to be running back and forth between here and the kitchen for a few minutes. I have a fresh loaf of bread waiting for me. Anyways, what I was doing before that is trying to get a couple of blueprints done before stream, but you can tell how that happened. But let me finish a couple of these, if I can remember where I was. We want one of these going, nope, we want splitter going that way. Yes. Splitter going that way. And then a splitter there. Going that way. And that should be correct. Yes, for putting a foundation in there. And then I want I'm not trying to connect a world buildable. Yeah. Stupid. Okay, everything's marked 1 for by default. Make sure I didn't inadvertently. Okay, now this one is let's see, this one is in left. What did I do? This is supposed to be put them back the way they were. Supposed to turn them around. I want them this way. Like that. Much better. In, right, out, left. And then take that and that off. And we want input right, output right. And then I need to go here, edit, and then that one and that one. Go to foundries. Try that again. You two go to foundries. Left, left, right. Right, left, right, right. Okay, and then we have these melters. Constructors. Well, I don't have both of those the other way around. I ain't fighting with it right now. Okay. Back to the fun of the evening, where we were supposed to be. Goal for tonight. Okay, where we left off yesterday. Was it yesterday, I think? We were trying to get all of these working at 100% without a whole lot of luck. The first group was coming up to speed and mostly working. The last group was being annoying. A couple of well, sometime this afternoon, I figured out why, after playing with it most of the day. I hadn't overclocked the water pumps. The water pumps needed to be overclocked to a certain point. These were, but the other ones I had forgotten to. So all of these plants down here, the last 5, were starving for water. That was the symptom I was seeing, is that they were starving for water. But I changed all the pipes and played with all the pipes and made sure they were all connected right and blah 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 blah, and nothing worked. And I just happened to go over and look at the pump and like, oh, weren't these supposed to be overclocked? Someone tell me if I'm echoing. I don't have my headset on at the moment because I've got to go back out to the kitchen. However, now that I have these all figured out and working, yep, they're still running 100%. I've also figured out how to get even more out of this, and I talked about that, I think, on both of the last 2 streams, how to do one machine from the first row here doing solution, 3 machines one machine doing solution, 3 machines doing scrap, and how I could do it with water neutral. And the problem at the time was that I didn't have enough sloops, and then thanks to a viewer, I got enough sloops, and I started looking into doing that, and the math just wasn't doing it in my head, so I gave up and went and did it this way. Well, I have now sorted everything out, and good grief, the numbers are ridiculous. But we are going to tear this down and go to that method. I have everything I need, including the math. So we're going to do a tear down and then a build out, which will take all of this space, probably more. I know it's going to take from that border there. There will be 1 or 2 blocks left on that edge, maybe. And I suspect we're going to have to build out there. We're not going to get that for tonight, just isn't going to happen. I have this part of it blueprinted, so that'll lay down quick. And then that's to the blueprints. This here is the blueprints I was just doing. This is the foundries to make the ingots. This is one of the versions of the blueprint that I was just looking at. So this one here is the left in, left out version. These are my prototypes for the casing and the alclad sheet. We might get to having these all built out. We're not going to get to these because I need to get, well, even to finish that, I need to get silica in here. And I know where I'm going to get it, I just got to get it. And then to get this one will mean getting copper in here, and I also know where I'm going to get that, but that's going to be a pain in the royal butt. So where are we? We are here right now. Well, here is our aluminum factory. Well, that's where that crate is. Okay, need to go find that. In my head, I couldn't figure out where the crate was that I kept seeing. Okay, so that's where we are. The only crystal anywhere is up here. And right now, that's what's feeding my... what is that feeding? Okay, that is turning it into the crystal tray anyways, and putting it in the depot. I'm going to have to go down here, run a belt all the way up here, through main base, and down here. It'll just be a matter of running the belt, but it's quite a belt. I think I have enough up there. I haven't done those numbers yet. The copper is over here, and there's going to be plenty of that copper, and I'm going to run those belts down here where they will meet up with the coal that's coming from here to feed my that's the coal that's coming right there. So that'll meet up with that line, and I'll probably rerun that line so they're on racks instead of poles. But it'll come down over the hill right about somewhere right in there, I think. The mines are just up behind those trees. And it'll come down over that hill and meet up with this line and come down through here. So that's what the plan is. First up is tearing this stuff down. I guess first step is stopping this and letting the machines clean themselves out. And this. And this. I'm going to leave that track even though we're going to change it. It'll give me a reference point. These are all definitely going to change. As will all of this. You guys empty? Good. Let's see. How about all you guys? You guys are done. That is not what I said to do. I want filter that. That's not filtering. Come on. Filter. There we go. Filter. Oh, that's why. Okay. Not what I asked you to delete. Thank you very much. Wait a minute. Yep. Okay. Ah, the fun part of Satisfactory. Destroying work so you can make better work. But, for the record, I have verified that my new design works. That was part of my morning while I was waiting for the stuff we just took down to decide whether it was going to work or not. And ah, crap. No, I didn't. I left this one out here on purpose. Systems dump. Unfortunately, you can't dump ore into that. Theoretically, I could save it, but I'm not sure what good that would do. Let's see. Motors I want to keep on hand. Oh, if someone would mind reminding me regularly too. On hard drives. Figures. I spent 1 or 2 hours earlier running around grabbing more hard drives, so I am trying to get the, I forget what the recipe is, but there's a recipe that I don't need silica to make the ingots, which will save a whole lot of trouble if I can get that recipe. Okay, now let's go underneath and clean up the pipes underneath. We'll need to remake them, but okay, this is our incoming coal for the moment. Let's see. What is that belt? Oh, this was the... that was some of the coal. We will worry about those when we figure out where they need to go. Okay. So, for the new system, aluminum processing all-in-one in a Mark II blueprint. This is the entire 300 bauxite to 1350 Dan, is that the one that will give me... No, that just goes directly from the... I do want that one badly. That one just goes directly from the bauxite to the scrap, right? Or no, that goes to What is it? That goes from the bauxite to the solution, which is just the same as the... What is it? Just a more efficient bauxite to solution? I know it's better, but I forget what it does. But that's not the one that makes the ingots. The one I'm thinking of makes the ingots without the silica. How badly is that going to embed itself in the hill if I do that? Bad enough that I don't want to do that. Okay, so we're going to try moving it over here then. Okay, wait a minute. I know that this is 5 frames. Let's put this back here. So there's 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We got 1 there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And the next one is impeding, so that works out well. That'll leave 2 lines on this side instead of that side, and the 4th row will go over here. Can I pull this back any further? Yes, I can. Nope, not that. Let's harvest it at least first. That'll accept that. Well, no, I don't need anything underneath for this one. So back to my blueprint. So we're going to go, whoops, rotate. Nope, not rotate. So place this, and then we'll give you a tour around it. The fun part of this one is that it is water neutral after it starts up. Completely fluid neutral. Start it up and then disconnect the water. So here's our coal input belt. Okay, one machine, first machine is doing bauxite to solution. So our bauxite comes in here, 300 a minute. Water in here at whatever. There's a valve, one-way valve here that comes back from the feedback into the tank through the valve. That keeps the initial fill from backfeeding and putting back pressure on those. Then we have just this one machine, fully overclocked, doing bauxite to alumina solution. That's 600 solution. Solution comes out into the buffer, feeds these 3 machines along with the coal on the lower belt here. the silica from the first machine on the top belt here. Then these three machines are underclocked so that they each take only 200 of the solution. So three machines taking 200 makes the 600 out of the first machine. Each of these will be putting out 450 scrap, and more importantly 150 water, making up among the three of them the 450 water that the one machine wants. So that makes this completely fluid neutral once it is started. And 3 times 450 out, that's 1350 scrap output from only 300 bauxite. And then I just copy this. Actually, it would be really nice if I could just copy it. Actually, that is not what I wanted to do. That'll be fine. Blueprint, skip. And I keep undoing it, but I need to put 4 of these out. Missing material, running out of beams. Missing a lot of beams, so we'll have to wait to build that one over there. But that'll give us time to build up these. So these are arranged so that all of the inputs are on this side. So we need man, do I want to move? No, this will do. Okay, so we're going to have where do we got bauxite? We got bauxite there, there, and there. These two, I should have left that pole wherever I had it. These two will be the 300 and the two 150s. This one will be parts of the 450 or 480 or whatever it is, the big one. And the one over there will be the leftovers until I can upgrade the belt. So let's do, so this will be the top one. If I do that like that, then this one, 1, 2, and then this one, I hit, that's on the wrong one. So it'll just be the 2 then. I want them there. So this is box. That should line up with that one, right? Yes. Not in that direction, but yes. So then that was 2, so this one is 1, 2, 3, 4. And then in both cases we want to go that way. But really should reorder these, but that'd be a pain in the butt. Oh, let's see. I'm gonna have to put the 300 is gonna have to go to that one. The 2 150s are both gonna have to come to this one. That means I'm going to need a merger. Snapped on the belt. And that should work. We'll put the lower one into there. Top one on there. That doesn't work well. Or we can put the top one there. Put the bottom one there. And the top one there. Much better. Make sure this is a 4. Okay, those are fed. Now we need coal and water. Coal for all of them will be I want to try something. I don't think it'll work, but I saw someone do some... Yeah. Apparently they do snap to the end of a belt. Not sure that's what I want to do though, because that's going to put the belt through in a weird spot. I think I like this idea better. Any thoughts, Dan? Whether to take and go up like that for coal? Or to try snapping to directly to the end of the belt. Let's see, if I snap it to the end of the belt, yeah, no. If I snap it to the end of the belt, it's going to come right through the heads of these, so no, we're not doing that. Okay, so 6, we want to put these, it has to go that way, and that way. Yeah, I've done that. This isn't set up for it, it's set up to be in the open so I can poke at it. Okay, what do we got for coal here? This is coming from a normal, so this is 1. This is 120. It better be 300 because we need 300 out of it. Let's see, what was all this? This was another coal. Okay, that coal is coming from the cliff up there. Okay, so that's... Yeah, that's 300, and that's 300. I'm assuming they're fully. Which is interesting because, as I recall, yeah, these need 300 coal, and that should be here on the end, yes. Okay, so this one will go to the second one there. So we don't need the bus either. This will be... We're just going to bring it down. Well, in this case, we're just going to bring it down like that. We don't need this anymore. Or this. This one, I'm going to leave there and run that across under there. So this will be this one here. Delta's too long by 1/2 centimeter. And eat me. Guess you're gonna have to get a temporary lift on this thing. I mean, it's here, might as well use it, right? Okay, you're going to that one. What the hell? I'm like, what are you tapping onto? Oh yeah, lovely. Lovely. Well, that works, except it's pointing the wrong way. Uncool. Dislike. But it'll work, that's what matters. Where are we at? Lined up right on the edge of this. That's those two coal. And then this coal. Also right there. And we'll bring you down to, looks like we'll bring you down to there. And we're going to bring you across from here to about there. And then join you. A little bit of rock tunneling never hurt anyone, right? Okay, that's cool for these three. Gonna find another coal from out there. But we'll worry about that later. this one out later too. Water. Water, water, water. When I built these, I did not think about tiling them. Let's see. See if I can get this into floor holes. I'm suspecting not. Invalid shape. Noodle works. Curve works. Reuse curve. So let's see if I can grab. I want to grab the pipe hole. One there and one down here. Thing is, I do not want to have all these going at once because, oh yeah, that'll be fine. Dan, if you're still there, how's my voice level compared to game level, and am I echoing? Water underneath. I'm missing a... no, I'm not. Okay, thank you. So we're going to run water down the center of this line and then tap it. Well, actually, we're going to run water there. Nope. Grab one already colored. Put it in the right place. Who's the idiot that put a belt there? I'm missing one. Where'd the other hole go? Oh, down here. And some idiot put a belt there too. Okay, idiots are playing on this game. Don't answer that, Dan. Okay. We'll bring this out here. Okay, for input, then, I have the coal is coming in, the ore is coming in, water needs hooked up yet. Power. These are pre-wired for power, sort of. We'll play with power later, but for the moment you're going to go there. No, you're not. Actually, I should not have done that because I do not want to stir these other two up yet. Although now that I take those out, I can actually do that. That'll work just fine. They'll gum up, but then I can flush the buffer. That's what the buffer is for. So what we're going to look for right now, and we're only going to pay attention to this first one, is we're waiting. Wait a minute. What am I missing? You have power. You have everything you need. You don't have water. Why don't you have water? Because I didn't hook the water up. It has sloops. But some idiot forgot to hook the water up. I got two places to do it from even. Invalid pipe shape. Oh. Ho hum dum dee dum 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 dum. That does not look like a proper horizontal to vertical. I'm not sure what that looks like, but that looks an order of magnitude better, at least. Okay, so now water is coming in here, and we'll ignore the other ones. It can't go into the buffer, it can only go into this machine, which is the only one that wants it. This machine will spit out a solution, which the other machines will eat and spit back, and their water will fill up this buffer. Once this buffer is half full, I can cut off the outside water, and we'll never need to feed water to this machine again. However, that's it. I forgot a critical element, as usual. these need somewhere for the silica and stuff to go. Otherwise, they choke up. Forgot about that too. With these belts, I can only offload one of those. No. Nope. I need. That's not gonna work. I have 4 outputs, each of which fills a belt, or enough of a belt that I need. I can't combine them. Yeah. I guess we take and build this back up here, because this will consume all of that, and then it will have only one output, which we can feed to a actually, yeah, 5 times 60 is 300, yes. Crap. Yeah, 90 times 5 is 450, so doggone it, why does everyone have to message me when I'm busy? And it has to be people that I can't ignore. Oh. Okay, you guys need to go over here somewhere out of the way. I measured this out, so I know it works. Alright, take it easy, Dan. We need this row. We need to duplicate this row here for each of these 3 outlets. So all 3 of these are stuck in the same state, aren't they? Yep, okay. This is going to have to move, but that's okay. We can deal with that later. This, doggone it, math. This 250 silica. This is why I need to bring the other silica in. Okay. Because this silica is only going to feed 1 row. I need to bring in outside silica to feed other rows. Okay, so what we have, okay, so we've got some new viewers come in, so let's review what we're doing. We tore down where we left. We tore down the old plant to make more plant. So what we have here, we have 3 totally independent units here. Each of these units, we have 1 refinery doing bauxite to solution, and 3 units doing solution to scrap. So alumina solution to scrap. We have all of the coal and bauxite and water coming in here on this end. We have the bauxite fed in here. The water goes in here. Solution out here. Coal in here. The silica output from the first one goes out that way. The coal coming in here goes down and splits off to these 3. The silica comes out here. The solution is buffered here and then fed to these 3 machines. The water is fed back from these 3 machines, is buffered by this tank, and this valve prevents the input water from putting back pressure on those. Those 3 outputs are exactly matched, so that's 150 water each, and this wants 450. So once this is started, as long as, in fact right now it's perfect, I can disconnect this water right now and never need to feed this thing water again. This thing will run without additional water once this tank is about half full. Now I'm going to need to get this running full and make sure the tank is half full while everything's running first. But before we can do that, we need to, I mean, I could put 4 sinks down here, but then those will be in the way of building this. So let's get, what am I going to need for infrastructure in here? I'm going to need a way to feed these to 3 different rows, and that to run 1 row, and additional stuff coming in. I'm going to leave 3 rows just because. And we'll see how that works out. Okay, back to blueprints. These are foundries, and I'm going to go with left to right just because that should be the same one as is in use there, and it is. And I said I'm going to leave 3 blocks. Bring this right over to the edge. Looks like a good set to me. And then I'm going to set another one right on top of it. And another one right on top of that. And that should, am I good or what? Exactly match the width of that block. So now this silica will precisely feed. So we have two inputs. We have an input below and an input above. Doesn't matter which one's which, but for our purposes, I think I'm going to put silica up. And we're going to grab that belt, put it in curve mode, and feed it there. And then we're going to bring the bottom one of these down. In straight mode and feed it there. Now that's just the first row. You know what? I should go. Boom, boom, boom. Now we need 4 more of these blueprints. Left to right. Basically lined up back to back. They need to be lined up. Oh, it was lined up there. And I need to have room to connect so I have to leave a space there, which is good because I need to be able to walk in there anyways. So 1. Nope, but I can't do the automatic positioning either. I discovered earlier today. One, two, three. 4. 5. Alright, so this is what will process those 3 rows of scrap once I bring in more silica and connect them all together and so on. So how are we going to get these down? A lot of ways I could do it, but I think what will work best is going to be, where is he lined up? One, two. And then you can go there. And where are you lined up? You're lined up on that line. One, two, three, four. Should be able to do fine, whatever. Well, that was supposed to be straight. Is that straight? Oh, that's why it looks weird. Gotta go on the bottom one. Then silica will come into the top ones. Okay. So we've got to go you to you. No. Yes. Okay. That's the output over there. Input. Top, bottom, output, top, bottom, output, top, bottom. Output, top, bottom, output, bottom, top, output, top, bottom, rinse, repeat. Output, top, bottom, output, top, bottom, output, top, bottom. One more. Output, top, bottom. Output, top, bottom. Output, top, bottom. Phew! Okay. And then we need for the moment now let's wire all this from back to front. So what we have, or will have here, you'll be a here person. Never ever frickin' fails. Oh, well, excuse me then. So those are ready. Now the fun part. And now I remember why I was playing with the blueprints. Unlike those, which were pre-wired, these are not. Which I suppose isn't so bad. It's only one machine per block, but where are we? We're blocks in here. So And you can't move power poles by half tick. Does this even have power? Yeah, okay. Now I know I didn't pre-wire these, even though it would make this part a whole lot easier. And I can hear people telling me, well, why don't you use the, well, there people call it different things, but the method where you build a bar down the line and whatnot. Yes, I'm aware of it. I'm not a fan. I have used it. Doggone it. In some circumstances, it's easier and better, in others, not so much. It might be easier in this case. I'm not inclined to play with it at the moment. Alright, all of these should be powered. Oh, I know why they're still red. That's why I asked, do I have power? I couldn't figure out why they were all red. Because none of them are programmed. Alright, let's just copy. Paste. 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 Paste, 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 and paste. Some of that pasting did not work. So who got pasted and who didn't? last row didn't get pasted. Okay. Oh, crapoid. I fixed it on one of them and not the rest of them. That'll work better. But only that first row can work. And the first row won't work right now because we're waterlogged. Now I wait until this gets half full, and it should work even though it's only running, let's see, it's only going to be running one of the three machines right now. Okay, now I cut outside water out. And that should run between where it shouldn't ever fill up at this point. Because there's simply not enough water in their system, or shouldn't be, unless that got way full, that's why. That should be all the water it needs. But it's only going to operate at 30%, 35%. Ultimately, let it when it smooths out, because only one of these machines, once these buffer up, only one of these three machines can work. Because only this first row here has silica. These other two rows won't work, so they're going to back up, which means whichever two of these machines are also going to back up. Which one's which? So the bottom two, let's see, which one's going to work? The bottom one will work. So the top two. So this outside one is the one that will continue working. And it should actually build up, yes, it should build up to 100%. Where did it come up with all that water? Well, I guess it can't complain about not having enough water. So that's as far as I can do anything until I run my silica from up there down to here. So the question is, shall we make it a relatively short stream tonight, or shall we run some silica tonight, run some belt? I'm up to running belt, I think. But first I'm going to take a short break and have some of that food that's sitting on the stove and getting cold. So I'm going to take like a 10-minute break here, and then we'll go figure out how to get the silica over here. I hope you're still with me in 10 minutes. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. However, please bear with me. For the next little while, I'm going to be eating, so my dialogue will be at minimum. But what we will be doing, for those who just arrived, we have just installed 3 out of 4 self-contained aluminum processing factories, and now we're setting up our foundries to process the ridiculous amounts of scrap coming out of them. We have enough silica generated to run 1/3 of the foundries, and for the other foundries we need to go get silica. I have a source, so we are right here, and I need to go find that crate. We are right here. The silica is up there. I need to run it back down this valley, across under main base, or somehow across or around main base, and across maybe we'll just run it across right there and over here. Although, where is it? It is up there. I could run let's see, this is the grassy area, that's the rocky area. This is going to be okay. This here is my paved over base. This entire area here is paved over. So I probably want to take this and run it across here, down here, and come up over the cliff here. I'll have to walk that, but that's what we're looking at the moment, I guess. Let's go find that dismantled crate. Where'd that end up? That is going to be somewhere over here. Down below. It's behind me. There it is. Get rid of some things out of inventory. Actually, it's too late. Should have kept that and turned it into silica. I want to keep that. And you guys haven't been reminding me. on my hard drives, hoping for a certain recipe. Okay, so let's scout out our route. Let's mark so there's where we're going, or actually coming from, but that's where we have to get, that's where the crystal is. We decided we are going to come down this valley and then come up where the coal belt is over there. So that purple slug is sitting out on that, just for scale. That's where that there is that there. And beyond him are those three arches there. That's this. And then we're going to keep right on going beyond that and go up and across here. At least that's the current plan. And down into the crevice here to get that is what it looks like we're doing. And maybe we'll pick up a slug in the meantime. Hi, buddy. And hi, buddy. Maybe another hard drive while we're at it. And anyone wondering why I just ignored the monsters, it's because I do not play in aggressive mode. I play in peaceful mode. Yes, I know it's a different experience, but I don't play these games for the battling. I play them for the building. So where's our, wait a minute, what the heck? Oh, misjudgment. Okay, so what the heck is this coal line? Oh. Okay. So this is where we're looking at going down through there. Okay. This coal is coal coming from my power plant here and coming up through here to my steel plants here. So there's my main base, and right now we're looking at going up across here. Okay, yeah. Right up across here. No, that's not what we had. Is that? Yeah, it is. Well, not quite. We're going to go over there. Plan was coming through right here. And down, right down that. Now we're going up above the crevasse. Some sort of valley or crevice here somewhere. Am I missing something? I'm supposedly looking at a crevasse. Ah, there we go. Okay. So we're coming up the valley where that is. We'll have to use that as a marker. Coming up just inside. Okay, so I'm up on these. So we're going to come up here past that little stump through the bottom of these and then make a turn before the hills to go along here. I could go through here, but that's going through main base. So we're going to go down through here. Try not to kill those trees. Avoid the crevasse, so we'll come probably along here. We can come through there. Yeah, looks like staying down there is going to be easier. Yep, so we'll stay down here. Come right down through here. Then we'll have to jump off the cliff here somehow. Not literally, hopefully. That's something I didn't do. Okay, I need 500. I need a crop load of silica. I need 500 more just for that one block. And then another 1,500 for the other 2 blocks. So I need 2,000 silica. And you know what? I do have the well, I did have an alternate recipe for silica. Why does it not show here? I just got it like a little before the stream. I'm going to be pushing it just to get the 500 silica out of this. Because we've got $150 per minute. That'll be around 200 a minute of silica if I convert all of this to silica. Add that, that'll be 400. And there ain't jack for crystal anywhere else around here. I've got radar somewhere there at base, and I've got radar down here at oil. And those are the only crystal I see. Yep. Well then. This could be interesting. I can make a lot of scrap, but I can't make ingots. That is impure, isn't it? Yep. No, I'm not. No! Stop that. this is giving me, if I use all of it, this is giving me 150. The conversion recipe. Even if I double it, okay, so I've got 150, so so that'll support almost 3 of these. That'd give me 450. That'd give me enough to finish off this. That would give me enough to finish this block of aluminum. With doubling. 3 of these. Oh, somewhere around 500. That'll enough to finish off. But let's get the calculator out. 7, it would be 0.5 times 3, 562. So lots of silica. However, that is 480 belts. Or yes, there is, but I don't have it. Yeah, I believe there's a couple of them that you can unlock, but I don't have them. That's why I'm searching for the hard drives. One of 2 reasons I'm searching for the hard drives. One is there's a recipe to do the aluminum ingots without the silica, which would be wonderful. And the other is a recipe that gives god-awful amounts of silica, as I understand it, from crystal. So what I'm thinking here, instead of needing to run 2 belts back to cover all the silica, I'm going to run the raw quartz back 150 or so and process it on site. Then I only need 1 belt. And we're going to leave this for the time being. I'll probably tap this later, but for the time being, oh, it would be a, what the heck? This is powered from where? What the heck is over there? Oh. Nothing. that was a zip line tower. My power is coming from over there. Okay. So maybe I better check to make sure here. Let's find my zip line here. Before I delete these, let's go over there and check. See if I can remember how to use the stupid zip line. Yeah, this was just a zip line tower. So we are going to zip line back. Oh, may have been a little bit premature. But of course, I can't reach that tower. Oh well, this is the only tower I need to delete. The other tower can stay there. And we need to clear crap. Dun, 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 dun. That should be good, or at least good enough. Yeah, we're not. Fine, we'll go with that. Yep, we're going to go there, 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 and there, and fire you all the way up. Nope, I do not want the wall. Let's ooh, hey, looky what I just saw. Now I've been out here how many times? I saw more. I saw more green cloud. Interestingly, when I first looked down here, I saw the cover rock, the rock you have to blow up, but now I don't see it, and I don't recall aiming at it. Hi, big spider. Thank you for guarding my slug, spider. Bye, baby spiders. Okay, now we want to go up the cliff here. That is not a straight down, unfortunately. Y'all in my way. I need to see. We're going back. Okay, so we want to go this side. We don't want to run over the concrete. So we want to run in at that pair of trees. From here, or nope, we want to be over here. Okay. If I put a That's what I was afraid of. I want it to come all the way down. And I don't want it to clip in the cliff. So, you do what I'm repeatedly told can't be done, and you're going to do it anyways. Again, I like doing that. Specifically, I like doing the impossible, things I'm told that can't be done. Two should be plenty. Come on, really? That had better frickin' be enough. But it won't be because it's going to be in the wall right there. We can deal with that. Because we don't need to come all the way down. We're going to go right there. Let's see, is that right? Where did I put the hole? I put the hole on back. Okay. So that would be there. And it has to be this way. Remember how the thing wouldn't stretch all the way down earlier? If your end point is a floor hole, it'll snap however far you want it to go. And as far as having this stacked up, we're going over there. I don't need to go all the way down there first. And I'm still clipping into the ground. Doggone it. Okay, so now what we want in fact, with any luck. No, of course it won't reach. Just barely won't reach. What are the odds? Perfect. we're aiming to work around these two trees. So we're going to do it like this. Yep, so we're going right down the alleyway here. Right to that clearing between those trees. That is not. Come on. Well, I don't have to worry about a tree anymore, I guess. That was not my intent. Alright, where are we going? We're aiming over there for that. But around. Okay, we want to go something like that. Crystal Highway. I think I turned too much up there. Yeah, I did. Oh well. Oh, good grief. Doggone it. Hang on, guys. Sorry guys, I have a dispatch radio in my ears, so when on the rare occasion it goes off, I can't think about anything else, so I had to stop while it was in my ears. All right, we're going. Where are we going? We're going down there somewhere or other. Yes. Right, straight forward underneath the overarch. And then indeterminate. But probably climbing up. Probably climbing up here. We've got to come up anyways because we've got to come up there. Which we will do probably right there. Something I still haven't figured out on a map. If anyone happens to know, what on earth are these? I've never identified what these are. I'm assuming they're one of the plants. Alright, so there's our belt. We're there. Come down, missing whatever I'm standing on. And stay between that tree and that tree. And those trees. And yep, stay to the right of the marker. Okay, we are going down. Okay, so this here has to be this here, because this is that. that must be the bridge here. So we need to aim in between the two. Kind of for the base of that. I want to go up on top of that area. Alright, time to scope. Yep, that's those. But where am I headed? That was a sketchy landing. Okay, so where I'm aiming, where I'm trying to go, is apparently there where the belt is still. There's our ultimate goal. So I'm just following the other belt. Up to wherever I climb up the cliff over there. We've got to go around. There's a valley here, and behind those trees there's two what are they called? Debug, yeah. The thermal water or hydro water, whatever generators. There's two of them down in the valley behind those trees. So we've got to go around the end of that valley, and just on the other side of that valley we're going up the cliff. So somewhere over there. But in the meantime we're following this belt, it looks like. If I can manage to see where I'm going and not walk off a cliff. And I really need to fix that. That's one of those hypertube junctions. And for whatever reason, it refuses to switch from this setting. I'm assuming it's because I do not have it. I have an entrance and no tube on that end. In fact, let's just do a little tiny tube here. Sorry, distractions. Distractions, distractions, distractions. Invalid pipe shaped my butt. I mean, seriously, it's not shaped at all like my butt. exactly what I had in mind, but we'll go with it. Now can I get in it? I still can't change it. It wants to go, only wants to go that way. It only wants to go that way. I cannot change it. I hate those stupid things. Originally, this other line is supposed to go, where is it supposed to go? It's supposed to go wherever that belt is going, I think. I think that's down to the, but that's the power plant. Why would I send another? I put the splitter in here to go to branch to somewhere, but where? This is before I had the power station up there. Another time. Problem for another time. Where's my belt? Oh, there's a lot of that I need to do. There's a lot of that I need to do. But at the moment we have more important things to do. Get that out of my hand so I don't shoot things. Unless I want to. Ha! Nice. Not where I was trying to put it, but it works. Follow the belt. Sorry about that. Had another dispatch. Sounds like it's going to be a busy night. It is. Typical rate of calls around here is maybe on average 3 or 4 a day. And this is like third one just since this stream. Of course, that's a mix of fire and medical, but still, I'll go a whole day without hearing anything on this. You're gonna get pissy about trees, are you? Okay. Now, I want to go probably right up there. Does anyone know what the heck that shape is? It is on the map in at least 2 places, and it does not exist in real life. There is nothing there. There's one here, and there's one that I probably don't have opened up. It is in, where is it? Oh, it's down here. It is in, right there. It's in the middle of the grassy plains, and there's nothing there. And I'm really curious if it's something that's supposed to be there and got left out, or if there's something that has to be unlocked. But I mean, we'll go over to the cliff here. So here's that rock we're looking at. That's this. And then there is the bigger rock here, which is that there. And there's nothing in between but some trees and a rock to fall off of. There's nothing there. And the way it's written, shown on, I mean, there's nothing low level or high level that says that shape. But that shape and the shading of it says that that's a really high something or other. Like a high cliff. And there's nothing there. So there's the hydro generators I was talking about. So we want to go past these and go up over there. Not that key. So we want to go past these with my belt, wherever my belt went. There's my belt. And I think I want to come up and over, if I can manage, that belt. Let's see if ha! Perfect. Okay, well, let's see where we're going to go up. We've got to go past the valley here. And then we go up to this wall somewhere. And I think it makes sense to climb the wall here. Nope, that's a patch of grass. You'd better let me stand there. Let's put a slab of concrete . No. Where'd my ledge go? There it is. Let's see. Nope, that comes down inside. I want it to come down outside. Back up we go. And it still wants to be in the rock. Where are we coming from? We're coming from here. So that'll work. So I've got to move this. And then I've got to climb again. Okay, so where do I want this to go? You guys are going to have to go away. Perfect. That means I can take and go from there. One tick. Just barely reaches. Nice. Okay, where are we going with it to do the processing? I'm going to need all this space for all this stuff. What do I need? I need 3 assemblers. That's all I need. So we're actually, let's see. I need 3 assemblers, and then the result of that needs to go over here. Needs to feed these 2 machines, or these 2 sets of machines. I think I don't want to put that on this platform because this platform is probably going to have to expand over there. And nobody reminded me to do the hard drive. Come on. So I think I'm going to take and build this, just build a quick little facility over here on the cliff top that's not doing anything else. That means we're going to take this and do that. And I will be right back. I need to take a music break. Alrighty. Let's do some more cementing the planet here. So can I fit it out here? Yeah, I probably can fit it out here. I'll leave that for something else. Okay, so we need that to come up here, and then a manifold, I guess, or a pair of manifolds. Constructors. Doing silica, fully hot rodded. And yes, I know I got that one set backwards. Nope. These guys really need to fix their radio system. Alright, what dumbass didn't pay attention? Don't answer that, Debug. Or Dan. The rest of you can. I don't need to do that. There. There, now I can clean what was intentional. Now you're gonna crap. So they can do better than that. Let's see. So I can do. Give me a break. That will max out the belt. Now we're going to come down from there and underneath. Where we lined up at this side of center of this block. So we'll put a hanger. On this side of center. Then figure out where we need to go up to. We need to go up something like that. I think that's too close. Okay. Yes. that'll be doing it then, right? So 2 ticks over from the belt and 1 tick out from the opening. 1 tick out from the opening and 2 ticks over from the belt. We're going to go there and there with let's put her there and let's put her there. And then you Alright, who scared away some of my viewers? I know it was you, Debug. What did you do? Oh, so you're going to try to blame me, huh? What, did I forget to brush my teeth or something? Is that it? Problem with that is I'd have to have teeth. Now we have enough silica in here that all of these can do all of their processing and crap stuff out into nowhere for the time being. Now let's do see what we're actually getting for throughput here. Now, when everything is running as it should, which it won't be yet, I believe those should be crapping each for 50. Yes. But they won't be yet, because I've got to tune the water. And let's see. I want to see if we're running 300 out of here is what's going to be my marker. Okay, so we're good. These should be firing right up. Do we have plenty of coal? Yes. And they have plenty of solution. So there's no excuse for them not to be working. They're not blocked by water output. See, this is the problem I had before. They run and then they sit there. Then they run and then they sit there. And they'll sit there with full inputs and empty outputs. Now see, this is backed up. Why? There's no reason for it to back up. Here Mark 4, here Mark 4. Here Mark 4, here Mark 4. Oh, okay. So it's backed up because these are getting filled up with silica. It'll take some time for these to fill up. that will help get these machines unbacked up, is what that's the idea is there. There's our water. And that means our fluid here should be down. Cool. Let's see, the bottom one is the far one. Middle one is the next one, okay. Here, see, I fooled with the overclocking stuff, and now it doesn't pause anymore. It's exactly what happened earlier. I don't know if that's a bug or what. But I don't see it pausing now, so I'll see if the rate. Yep. So we should now be operating. Well, we're pulling it at 100%. So this percentage should be going up finally. That looks like it's running steady. That one isn't. And then it pauses. Why? Also, I reset this one wrong. Well, I'm supposed to have both of them in. Alright, I'm going to put a little bit more water into the system. I wish I had a valve that I could just click to turn on and off. Or even like the power system, a lever to pull on and off or something. Well, I didn't realize that. Check that out. Got a graph on the throughput monitor. Nice. So how are we doing down here? This should be 275, I believe. Well, no. Well, yeah. Should actually be 450. So, we're still waiting on these guys to pull their heads out of their butts, apparently. I don't see anything holding them back. What's there? Nothing getting anything. Oh. Apparently some of them didn't get powered up. That could make a difference. Make sure everything is powered up. Looks like it. Now. Okay, that Yeah, that ain't gonna work. Those are not gonna get to full power. That's not enough silica. I need 750. I need 375 per line. That can't be right because I had it computed where the output of this, which should be 250. Where's the marker? This should be 250. Close enough. And I had it computed out where that's what these needed. Now that's not what they're running. So once again, my math was off somewhere. $90 times 5 is $450, which is what I want. But 5 times 75 is 375, which is 750. Times 2 is 750, and I'm only bringing in 480 on that line. That's all that line will carry. And the silica machines over there won't do much more than that. They're not going to do 750. Not a chance. I'll have to bring a second line anyways, just for this one block. And I have no idea where the next nearest silica is. Might be time for some more hard drive searching. Speaking of which, see, you guys are falling behind. You're not reminding me to check my hard drives. We'll take the wet concrete. Fluid is stable. Cool. That line should be going, well, no, it should be going at 300. It shouldn't be going steady. See, it's back to just sitting there. It should never just sit there unless it has a missing input. And the only reason I can think of that it's sitting there is I don't even know what it would be. Something to do with the overclocking not registering or something. Well, guys, the only thing we can do at this point is let it run and see if it see how far it sorts itself out, and in the interim, I'll do some more math and look for some more hard drives and some more silica sources, and we'll go from there. But next time it'll be it'll either be taking down these foundries and replacing them with smelters. If I manage to get the other aluminum recipe, or it will be if I have time to go find some more silica, I'll see about piping it in here in the interim. Then you don't gotta watch me wander across. Spend half an hour wandering across the landscape or more. Either way, then we'll build out some more of the aluminum factory, I guess. That's where we're at. Foreseeable future is building out aluminum, one way or another. So, I think we're going to cut it here, and we'll catch you on the next one, theoretically tomorrow, but with my non-existent schedule, I can't promise anything, but we will aim for tomorrow evening. So, thank you for watching, whether you're watching live or watching later, and stay tuned for the next one. Have a good evening.